Do you feel that social media has become very negative? If so, you might find yourself asking yourself, how could I possibly build my business there, right? We want a positive environment for what we do and what we love, don't we, right? So you want to stay tuned if that's where you're at, because I'm going to give you today some tips on how you can actually make sure that you see more content that you're going to enjoy on your feeds, and that way building your business a more enjoyable and easier process too. So hello and welcome. I'm excited you're here in case we haven't met before. My name is Katrin from bloomwithkatrin.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. As you're joining me live or later on the replay, do say hi, don't be shy, because I love do say hi on where you tune in from, because I love to have a little conversation with you later on. And I love helping serious networkers like yourself create traction, leverage, and flow for yourself and for your team through modern social marketing strategies. Okay. And I'm curious, drop me down below your experiences. Have you ever found yourself thinking, hey, social media, so negative? How on earth could I possibly build my team there? Could I possibly find new customers for what I have to offer when you feel maybe like the world is ending very soon, when you take a look at your social media? Okay, that's just not a great place to be. So how would it feel to have more control over what you see, what's shown to you on social media? Let me know. Okay. And I know I've been there. It's not so long ago, actually. I caught myself thinking, well, is this really still where I want to build my business and how I want to build my business? And here's a few things that I found, and I hope they're going to be helpful for you as well. And if you have friends who are struggling with this, maybe you have team members coming to you with this concern, maybe you want to watch this video together. Okay, so hello, everybody. Say hi, and let's dive on in. First off, just some background information that might be helpful for you to understand how a social media platform actually works and how come they show you what they show you. We're going to dive into that as well. So what's the goal of all social media platforms? Okay, if you have an idea and you're up to the game, drop it down below. What do you feel might be the goal of a social media platform? I'm going to give it to you, of course, right? It is to gain more users for their platform and to keep these users longer on their platform. Because obviously a social media platform isn't just there, to make our life beautiful, but they want to make money as well. And they finance themselves through advertisements, right? And an advertiser putting money into their advertisement, they're going to take a good look. Well, how many users do you have? How much time do they spend on your platform? So I'm going to give you my money because I'm going to get the best reach there. Make sense? So that is like the backstory to that. Now, what might a social media platform do to hopefully give their users a really great experience on their platform? Well, they're going to look over your shoulder, okay, and take a look at what it is that you do, thinking that's something that's going to be enjoyable for you. Because why would a grown-up person spend time with something they don't enjoy, right? That's the reasoning behind that a little bit. So really, it's like the law of attraction. Maybe you've heard of that in different circumstances. It applies here as well. What you invest your time in, what you put your focus to, you're going to get more of. Same thing on social media. Okay. So here's two strategies and a lot of things that you can do when we come to your behavior on social media that's going to at least influence what kind of content is shown to you. Okay. So when you do all of our, smartphone scroll hole, what is something that makes you stop? Okay. Just take a look at that. Watch yourself doing that. Okay. So when this kind of content comes up, that stops my scroll. That's something that the social media platform takes note of. Okay. Next up, do you spend time with what stopped your scroll? Meaning, do you maybe choose to want to see more? Do you actually take the time to read a long post? Do you take the time to watch this video? That is all very important to the social media platform, thinking, okay, does she want to see more or less of this? Make sense? Okay, so what you read, what you watch, even without leaving a sign of life. You might be watching this video without, choosing an emoji reaction, without leaving a few meaningful words down below, and that's okay, right? But they are still seeing that you're watching this, and that counts as engagement, even though you're not leaving a sign of life. Okay, makes sense? So obviously what you do actively engage with, all the more so. Okay, so if you want to see more of specific content from a person, you want to engage with them. Okay, you want to drop a few words, you want to choose an emoji reaction. So not only the person is going to have a smile on their face because you chose to do that, because that means you trust them enough to do that, right? But also it's going to help you choose or tell the platform, this is what I want to see more of. Hope this makes sense so far. Okay, what do you search on social media? Okay, there's always a search bar in each and every platform. We have that. What kind of content are you searching for? You will get more, or more of that is going to be shown to you. What groups are you a member of? Who do you follow? Okay, if you're not following my page yet, please do so if you find my content valuable and you like my vibe, right? Because that increases the chances of you seeing my content. Obviously, you can get into the active way as well, meaning you're engaging with my content. That increases the chances of you seeing my content as well. Okay, and now let's move into the really take action active strategy, the things that you can truly do to really gain more control over what's shown to you. Okay, first off, when you go to your news feed, meaning on your phone, there's that in a Facebook app, for example, there's that house symbol. Okay, if you click on that, now you're in your news feed. Same thing on your computer. However, and I'd be curious to know, do you prefer to watch things on your phone or to consume social media on your computer? I would be curious to know. Let me know. Okay. So if you see something there that you truly dislike, it might be an ad and maybe you don't want to see so many ads, or maybe it's really a piece of content that you do not like, that you do not want to see more of, you can actually tell that to the social media platform. Did you know? Okay, on your newsfeed, everything, every little content that you see there, whether it's an ad or a post or a video, doesn't matter. It's got 3 little dots on the top right-hand corner. And when you click on those, you get a lot of options on your newsfeed. Okay, you can, for example, subscribe to my page, right? Do that if you haven't. You can save a video so you're going to find it later on in your saved items in your Facebook. Okay, so you can watch things later on when you maybe don't have time to watch the entire thing right now. So you don't lose a lot of time searching, where did I see that video from Katrin, for example. Okay, and you can also unfollow people. Okay, if maybe you enjoyed what they were doing before, but now they've maybe, I don't know, gotten into that negative rhythm and you don't want to see their content anymore, tell social media platform. Okay, same thing for ads. That's not relevant. I don't want to see this. No, thank you. And it's done. Okay, so that is truly something that you can do with every piece of content. Now you can also go to your newsfeed preferences. So when you go to your computer, there's at the very right-hand corner, there's a little circle with a downward pointing arrow. When you click on that, you can choose settings and then go to your newsfeed preferences. And there you can actually tell Facebook, for example, in a few minutes, doesn't take long, what kind of content you actually appreciate and you want them to show to you. Okay, that's a very active way of taking control of what you see on your newsfeed. And that's new, that's an update. They're testing a pop-up box. Okay, so maybe you've seen it already. If you have, let me know. And if not, be on the lookout. When you see it, you've got the update. And, otherwise you're just going to have to wait a little longer, like I do over here in Germany, right? There's going to be a little box popping up. And it's going to ask you, what do you want to see more of, less of, or just as much as before, like a normal amount of posts from and here's the choices, from your family and friends, from groups you're a member of, from pages that you like and that you follow, and your preferences. Okay, so I think that really shows again how important we as users are to the social media platforms, and each and every of them are actually thinking of ways. They are giving us ways to take control of what we see and to communicate with the social media platform. Okay, so we can actually work together to have an enjoyable experience on this platform. Now that we've sorted that, what you can do to have a positive experience here on social media, you might go, okay, well, if it's not that negative anymore, I can actually go ahead and really go all in when it comes to building my business there. But how do I go about that, right? Maybe you're at this point more or less using social media as a toy, right? You're playing around, sometimes posting something, playing around in your stories, maybe playing around with doing live videos, but you really feel that you could be more effective. You could have more intention and more strategy behind. So the time that you spend on social media is no longer wasted with consuming content and playing around with creating a little, but actually having some strategy. If that's you, you might want to check out my social media magnet course that's starting very, very soon. Okay, so drop course if you want to have the deets for that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to work 2 hours a week together on different days, so you have time for implementing in between. Okay, and we're going to dive deep on how you can turn your personal profile into a magnet for your perfect prospects. Okay, that's very, very powerful. I'm going to show you how you can do real great videos without breaking the bank and buying anything fancy. And of course, we're going to work on overcoming the fear of the camera lens, if that's where you're at, because I used to be the shy deer from the Bavarian forest. I know what fear of social media is. Okay. And we're also going to take a look at using the 2 most effective video types really strategically moving into 2022. And you're going to create at least, possibly, very probably, very many more, but you're going to leave this course with the most important video on your personal profile that's going to contribute to it being a magnet for your perfect prospects. Okay, so I'm super excited for that course. If you want more details, drop deets down below and I'm happy to send those over to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope, as always, this has been helpful and valuable. It gave you a few ideas of how you can gain control over how negative or positive your social media experience actually is. So I hope this helps you. Time for you to implement and to bloom, my friend. See you soon.